Thank you,
I'm
sir.
with you, man.
I'd rather see the Pacers or somebody. Anybody. Anybody.
Yo,
The Knicks.
that's going to be amazing for the
Shout
city.
out to
They win the
Sean.
championship without LeBron. Yeah, shout out to Sean, man. Sean
He
been
a
a Pacers
Pacers
fan his
Yep.
whole life. Amazingly, a guy from New Orleans being a Pacers fan.
Yep.
Let's talk about the West, y'all. So in the West, I mean, we already kind of dealt with the Lakers embarrassed themselves and got gentlemen swept. I didn't have that on my bingo card at all. I thought they might, there's a possibility they could lose, but not like this.
Who knows? Wolves in 5. Not Lakers in 5. Wolves in 5.
Exactly. Well, the problem with the Lakers is that even though they had that stretch where they played good defense and all that stuff, they're not a good defensive team. We don't have the bigs. We don't have the strong bigs to do it.
Speak on it.
Yeah, and they're a bad defensive team. LeBron James is a terrible defensive player. Luka's even worse. I mean,
LeBron is 40. In the words of Shannon, he can't sit in the chair no more.
I don't care how old he is. He's on the court and he's playing the game and he's hurting the team defensively.
Yeah, but let's be honest though. When Michael Jordan was 40, he wasn't no good defensive player no more either.
That's okay. Right, but we're not talking about Michael Jordan right now. Michael Jordan's not in the league. We're talking about LeBron James. He's in the league on the Lakers, and he does hurt them defensively.
Okay, so you're saying Mike, the expert, sounds like you're saying LeBron's done. He should retire.
He should have been retired even before this season.
Wow.
But right now.
Wow. Wow.
I take.
Oh boy.
But he's here right now, and the Lakers are my team, so I'm rooting for him. But yeah, he's hurting us defensively, but he's not the worst one. Luka is the worst when it comes to defense. LeBron looks like Meta World Peace out there compared to Luka on the defensive end.
Yo, man, Lakers fans are so ungrateful for their stars. They really are, right, bro. If you're not Magic or Kobe, they are so ungrateful, bro. They really are.
I mean,
it's ridiculous.
It showed though that, like they tried to make that trade for the guy from Charlotte. I mean, they needed a big man. They you know what I'm saying? They need a real true center, man. It's not working, man. They're too small. Okay. Right. It was, and then JJ wanted to keep that small lineup in and wasn't really making any headway.
Man, he had Rudy Gobert out there looking like Shaquille O'Neal. Right. Rudy Gobert put a 20-20 piece on them.
Did you see Shaquille during the halftime? He was like, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Rudy Gobert is playing great.
Well, here's the thing. Rudy Gobert is going to play great when you're going against a bunch of small guys like that. I mean, it is what it is. They didn't have Jackson Hayes in there, which he plays real good with the team. He's always catching lobs, all that stuff. I mean, they made it easy for a guy like Rudy Gobert. I mean, there's times where LeBron was at the 5, yo. I mean, come on now. And then Julius Randle
go gadget.
Yeah, and then when he was guarding Julius Randle, I mean, Julius Randle was just
throwing around.
Right.
Yeah, just manhandling LeBron out there. So I'm like, yo.
Gobert's like palming the ball off of the board. Like he's like this too. He's he like holding the ball up like, dog, really? No.
Jumping up,
everybody jumping up. He just like, really, guys, really? No.
But here's the problem. Here's the thing.
Yo, y'all remember the ESPN commercial where the ESPN guys was playing against some little kids, like elementary kids? They was pushing them down and dunking them.
Right.
That's what the T-Wolves game looked like.
And look, Anthony Edwards didn't even have a good game.
And the last game. And the last game, but the series, he brought it though.
No, the series, but I'm talking about this last game. I'm talking about the whole series. His last game, he had a bad game. He didn't have a good game.
Man, defense.
Yeah, and they still manhandled the Lakers because of the way we played. And J.J. Redick did a terrible job in that game, coaching the Lakers and doing what he needed to do. I mean, come on, man. We got manhandled. That was just ridiculous. Now, what they need to do, they need to get some defensive players there around. They don't need to focus on offense. They need to get some defensive players around Luka and around LeBron and them. Just like how Luka had in Dallas. They hid Luka. They hit him. Right. They had Lee Gafford. All those guys, they hid Luka. They need to do that again with the Lakers. Put some defensive players out there and then let Luka go wild.
Yeah, they need to play like how the Sixers play with Iverson, where there was a bunch of defensive guys surrounding offensive players. They need to go that route. This is what's crazy though. I love the post-game interview when they asked JJ about the game plan and why he didn't switch up. And are your assistant coaches helping you? And he got pissed off and walked.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of JJ, man, because you can't ask him anything. Like he always whenever he's talking to anybody, he's like he always has this attitude or whatever. I'm like, JJ, just listen, talk to the people. Like, come on now, or don't even take the job. Like, quit.
Here's the thing, though, Mike. I will say he did a good job in his first year, man. In his first season with the Lakers. I will have to say that, man.
I mean, it's kind of
I felt like they, you know what I'm saying, they kind of overachieved. Nobody thought they were going to be in this position.
No, they didn't overachieve.
To me, they did. Because you added Luka in the middle of the season, like basically, so they didn't really get a chance to.
And he made it work. But here's the thing: the majority of the season, Anthony Davis was healthy, so that helped, right? And they played well and they gelled. Austin Reeves has gotten better and has come out of his shell. Has
Although
arrived.
Austin Reeves didn't play well this series,
right? But during the season, Austin Reeves is like, I'm here. I'm actually a good player. So. I mean, and then you get fortunate to get Luka. So I can't say they overachieved, to be honest. I mean, he may overachieve as a coach, but at the same time, with talent, that happens, though. You could be an average coach and have great talent. We've seen that before.
Here's the thing. They got real good talent on the team. And you got Luka, you got LeBron, you got Reeves or whatever. You got a squad, so you can get to the playoffs. You can do your thing. But here, when it really comes time, when you get to the playoffs, that shows what kind of coach you are right there when you got to make those decisions in the playoffs.
That's true.
Game by game to see what's happening. And
that's true.
I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I think he's a good coach, very smart, brilliant
better
guy.
in the regular season, though.
Yeah, and it's easier to do better in the regular season because the game is played a little bit differently. When you
and people have a lot of time to prepare for you. They got time to watch tape now. In the regular season, they don't have time for that. During the playoffs, they got time today.
And it's not like he had nobodies on his team. He had some of the greatest.
I ain't gonna say he had nobodies. I'm not gonna say he had nobodies, but I don't think at the beginning of the season they expected, you know what I'm saying, to you know, like it was kind of like a you know, Lakers are old, Lakers can't shoot, Lakers can't play defense.
If you listen to everybody, the Lakers were said that they were said that the Lakers were gonna make the playoffs, and that's what they did. Nobody knew the Lakers were going to get Luka, so they couldn't say at the beginning of the season, "Oh, the Lakers are going to win it all because they're going to have Luka," because nobody knew Luka was going to be there.
That's true. I don't think they predicted the 3rd seed though, 3 seed, but they didn't.
I think were they 3 or 4?
They were 3.
Yeah.
3.
So, but here's the thing: they got Luka. Nobody predicted that at the beginning because nobody knew Luka was going to be there.
And they were 4th seed before they even traded for Luka. They were in 4. So
they were 4 before
they were in 1 spot.
I'm like,
I mean, but let's be honest. He's been there for like 2 or 3 months, though. He hasn't been there that long, though.
No, he hasn't. But I mean, you went in 1 spot, though.
I'm saying before they got Luka, they were already doing good. I mean, the team was number 4, and the Lakers had already been together. They gelled together multiple years, so they were ready to do their thing. They knew what to expect from each other, and what helped them was that Reeves. I mean, there's a lot of games where Reeves was the number 1 scorer on that team. He was balling out. So it helped with him getting better. That's why they did so well. And now they were number 4. They got Luka and went from number 4 to number 3, which is not a big jump, you know.
Right.
And Luka, the thing about it, there's no way you're going to win with Luka when you don't have the right people. You need to have the defensive players. You got to hide them because his offense is terrible. You can walk past him.
I mean, defense.
I mean, yeah, not
his
offense,
defense,
but his
not his offense.
Terrible.
His offense is amazing. But I will say, Ant-Man outplayed him. He outplayed him.
I think it comes back to something he said, though. They need a lob threat. Like, they need a lob threat. That's a big piece of Luka's game that is not available right now because they don't have that.
He had it with the Mavericks. Yeah.
He got Jackson Hayes. He throws lobs to Hayes all the time.
Dog, Jackson Hayes be on the bench. Dog, say they don't play him like that.
No,
like that.
Jackson Hayes is their starter. He just wasn't playing them this last game in the playoffs. But Jackson Hayes gets he's their starter, and he gets a lot of lobs. He's not the best player, but he gets a lot of lobs.
Yeah, but it's like they just had one. They just had the Jackson Hayes, but with the Mavericks, he kind of had like, you know, 2 bigs. Like, he had a lot to lob. Like this is just not just Jackson Hayes with the Lakers. So
yeah, of course. But I mean, they haven't had a chance to put a team around Luka because they just got him. He only been there, like you said, a couple of months. So that's why in the off season they got to change up their team and get some defensive threats. Even if that means, go ahead.
I was gonna say it must be something with Jackson Hayes because somehow he wore his welcome out in New Orleans. He seemed to have wore his welcome out in LA. It's got to be something happening off the court, man, and we don't know about him.
Well, Jackson Hayes, he can get some lobs and stuff like that, but he's not the rim runner, shot blocker, defensive player, gonna stop and control the paint and all that stuff. He's just a body to have there that can catch some lob.
Yeah, because in New Orleans he looked good at first, and then somehow he wore his welcome out. So I don't know.
Yeah.
What y'all think as far as what's going on with the Rockets and the Golden State Warriors, man? This has been an interesting series. I've been impressed with, Şengün. Şengün has been balling. He proved that he's an all-star, bro. He been doing them boys that work. Every game he been dependable and gave people work every game. And then Jimmy Butler, man, has been like a godsend for the Warriors, bro. He took it's almost like the Warriors turned to the Undertaker, bro. You know when the Undertaker would be down in here, just pop back up and be like ready to fight again? That's what Jimmy Butler turned them into, bro, because they look like they back with him, bro. They look like they got new life with Butler. And I love how he plays with them where he's not dominating the ball anymore. He could do his thing, and then he plays defense. And he's really like the engine that makes the car go for them to me. And Steph is just the icing on the cake. And then he's even revived Draymond, where Draymond look good again.
Draymond has been playing some defense, some like super defense, you know what I'm saying? Definitely out there. He's playing the mind games with the young Rockets.
Yeah, like when he kicked the dude in the head,
he in their mind, dog. Boy, like you have people ready to, they all trying to, it's very chippy.
They were ready to squabble.
The chippiest, it's like the old school 90s matchup in this. Like they getting in fights every single game. It's like my goodness, it's Draymond, man. He's like, I don't know, where am I supposed to put my leg? Right on your face. Like, I mean, it's just like, really, Draymond?
Shout out to Mike the expert guy, Dylan Brooks, man. He been a big advocate saying that's what made Memphis go down, is getting rid of Dylan Brooks.
That was a terrible move for Memphis to get rid of Dylan Brooks, because every team needs that person. Like Golden State, they have Draymond Green. The Bulls back in the day, they had Dennis Rodman. You need that person that's going to bring that energy, that toughness and stuff.
Yep.
You look at Memphis Grizzlies right now, they don't even seem like the same team. All that grit and grind that they had before, now they look like a finesse team.
They look like a finesse team. They look kind of soft.
Yeah, they look soft now because Dylan Brooks is gone. And Dylan Brooks actually is a pretty good player. He's an underrated player, so. Yeah,
he definitely affects the game. I'll say that, and he's another one. He gets in the mind, but he's not like Draymond though. Draymond.
Yeah, I don't know. Dylan Brooks be having dudes ready to fight.
Yeah, he does.
He be having dudes ready to fight because he's going to go all the way to the edge and over. He remind me of Raja Bell. Remember Raja Bell would do that to Kobe and have Kobe ready to fight. Like he would have him all like totally mad and not thinking about the game anymore. Yeah, he did. He did. It was Kobe. You know who else used to get on Kobe's skin? Was Dante Jones. He used to get under Kobe's skin real bad. I remember he came here when Dante Jones played for the Hawks, and there was like a last-second shot for the Lakers to win or something like that. It was a shot, and he slid his foot under Kobe's Kobe went up for a jump shot, and Dante Jones slid his foot under him, and Kobe landed on Dante's foot and twisted his ankle. And that's that. I will never forget that post-game interview. He said, and then Kobe was sitting there. He said, "Why are you so angry?" He said, "Man, I just can't take it. I got to wait a whole 12 months to get even. I'm not going to let this go." And I was like, dang, bro, that's that mind mentality right there. That man said he was mad he had to wait 12 months to get even with that dude, bro.
I can't say anything bad about Kobe, man. That's my dog.
No, I thought that was an amazing competitive story, to be honest. Yeah.
Even if it wasn't amazing, it's amazing because it's Kobe Bryant.
So it was amazing when Chris Childs checked his chin for the three-piece?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't remember that one?
I don't recall.
So
they lucky they held Kobe back on that one.
He ain't want no parts of that Chris Childs, bro. He ain't want no parts of that young man.
They held Kobe back. Kobe about to put them hands on.
Yeah, okay.
Man, y'all don't talk about Kobe like that, man. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Kobe the man.
Hey, so y'all think that the Rockets can actually get out of this and turn this thing around and win the series, or you got Golden State?
No. Golden State.
No. Yeah.
Golden State. The Rockets don't have enough offense, and Jalen Green is so inconsistent.
Where is Jalen Green? He missing in action.
Hey, come on, man. That's what they're missing. They're missing like more offense. You know what I'm saying?
You know where Jalen Green is? You know where he's at? Laying up with Drea. That's where he's at. He's so busy worrying about Drea. He can't
shout out to Prime. Shout out to Prime. He counting freckles.
Yeah, he count freckles. He's staring at her eyes, bro. He's staring at her eyes.
I mean, she is 40 something, messing with a 23-year-old. So I mean,
She teaching new things every day. She teaching new things every day.
Yep.
She got the AARP now.
Right.
But, what you call it? I think Golden State's going to win it, right?
Yeah.
I want Golden State actually to win this series. I would like to see them go on and play another series, but they can lose this. Golden State doesn't just have this in the bag.
Right.
The Rockets can win 2 more games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to think the Rockets, Jalen Green hasn't been playing well, and the Rockets are still in it. It's 3-2. So I mean, the next game, I mean, if he has a great game, they could actually win that one. Then they're tied up, and there's just 1 game left.
Amen Thompson been a monster, bro. He been balling.
Yeah, exactly. So
Amen Thompson been balling, man. That was a good draft pick.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying if you look at their last game, I mean, Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Butler's always up and down. Even though he's a really good player, he's up and down. I mean, man had 8 points last game. I think Curry, I think he had 13. So I mean,
he didn't have a good game.
Takes, 1 more bad game, and the Houston Rockets can tie this up, and
go back home and play at home.
Exactly, and then it's like anybody can win that 1 game. You just got to win 1 game. So. Yeah, it could happen.
Yeah,
man. What y'all got with the Nuggets and the Clippers, bro?
My favorite.
This has been
favorite.
I just gotta, dog. The Clippers gotta win 1 more. I'm not ready for it to be over.
Man, it's so back and forth, bro. It's like one game. You know what I'm saying? They're more closer. It's more in the Clippers. The last game, the Nuggets. Like Jamal hasn't been playing well at all series, but man, he went off in the last game. Like, I mean, that's my favorite series. I think that's the most entertaining one.
Bro, to win a game on a lob dunk. It's crazy. A playoff game.
Talking about Aaron Gordon. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're playing right now. They're playing right now. So
yeah, and I'm missing it. Yeah, I was like, please don't ruin it for me. Like,
well, we can't.
Don't ruin it for me right now. Do not say the score. Can I at least have 1 game tonight, please? Don't say it. I'm trying to focus on giving the people what they want here and not look at the game at the same time.
I just tell you right now, it's a close game. How about that?
No,
and the people want to know the score. So the score is
no, they don't.
I want the Clippers to win though.
Yeah, that's the same here. I'm rooting for the Clippers on that one. I just think the Clippers even have a better chance of coming out of the West. I think they really do. And they possibly could even win the championship, win the whole thing. So
they have a complete team. They have a complete team, and they're coached very well. Kawhi is finally back. Finally. He's balling. James Harden is balling. Like he's not Houston James Harden all the way. They don't
need him to be. They don't need him to be. If he was Houston James Harden, that would hurt them. They need him to be what he is right now.
Yeah, I like.
I think James Harden could, if he wanted to, he could be Houston James Harden.
Well,
because he goes to that.
He's taking a back seat, though. He's running the offense, though. He's taking a back seat. He's not just ball hogging and shooting the 3 all the time. He's not doing that. He's running the offense.
And Norman Powell, bro, put some respect on that man's name, bro.
Yep.
He don't show up the ball every night. Every night he been ready to play.
He's nice.
And
Zubac, man. Zubac's playing really well, man. So
hey, that's your lob threat right now, Mike. Zubac, who you gave away.
Yeah, Zubac's always been underrated, though. Zubac was playing good when he was with the Lakers. He just always been underrated, but Zubac always had game. He always played hard. So I'm not even surprised by Zubac.
Man, and this is the thing, too, man. The thing that's so impressive about them, they could play so many different styles, and then they got just waves. They can just come back like, yo, man, Kawhi be like, it's cool, I got this. And then next thing you know, he gonna drop 11 points in a row on your head. And he looked like the Raptor Kawhi again, which is shocking.
That's what I'm saying. He mid-ranged up, boy. He got that mid-range working. Okay. Like, I mean, I'm impressed. I hope let's just knock on wood. Let's keep him healthy, man. We need Kawhi back in the playoffs.
Yeah, I do not want Denver to win this. I hope they lose tonight.
I'm kind of sick of Denver too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Jamal Murray, you could tell, although he had a great game, he's still injured, man. And I don't want to see them get to the next round and have to play the Thunder and basically get dismantled. Because the Thunder, to be honest, man, I think the Clippers give a better matchup, but I'm not sure that anybody can beat them in the West, man. They literally have an answer for everything.
I mean,
and they got a super deep team. They almost got a 10-man rotation.
I'm gonna be honest.
And then the bigs with Chet and Hardenstein, and then you got Dort, and you got Williams look like a young Kawhi. That's crazy to me. And then that's not even, we didn't even say nothing about no SGA who's going to be the MVP.
Yeah, right. I really didn't even get a good chance to even watch him because every time I turned on the game, I'm like, oh man, they beat him by 30. I'll do something else. That's exactly how I felt. I was like, I'm not watching up by 25. I'm good. Like, it was just like, why? Like, I didn't, so I'm actually looking forward to like one of these teams going against him. But I agree with you. I think the Clippers will give him a better matchup.
Well, like I was telling KP earlier, Oklahoma City Thunder are going to have to start winning championships pretty soon because they have too many guys that they're going to have to pay. Because those guys on their team, right now, a lot of people don't know them and stuff. But in the next few years, we're going to get to know these people. And these guys can really play. And they're not going to be able to pay all these people. You know, so they can start winning these championships now because they're going to start having to give up some of these people. And some of these people are going to want to get paid $200 million, and you're not gonna be able to pay SGA this guy and that guy $200 million.
And what's so crazy is they loaded with draft picks. They still loaded with draft picks. They got a safe full of first round picks still.
Yep.
That's what's so crazy.
And this team knows how to draft. It's crazy because look, they draft Kevin Durant,
Sam Presti.
Yeah, they draft James Harden, they draft Russell Westbrook, they draft Serge Ibaka, and now they got all these, SGA.
And they did it all over again.
I mean, they know
real quickly too. It didn't take that long. It was like, I mean, it didn't take that long.
They brought in Carmelo and Paul George, got them up out of there for a cup of coffee and sent them on their way for draft picks. The only guy that's on their squad that is not a draft pick is SGA. He came from the Clippers. That was a trade.
Shit, that was a trade.
And now that trade has aged terribly.
Yeah.
But he was a trade. He
was.
The rest of them guys, Chet, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, all those guys, and then with the exception of Hartenstein, which was a free agent signing, it's all homegrown talent.
Well, I know the Clippers, which they never gave up.
Yeah. But he was not that when he was not the same SGA right now.
Well, he didn't even have an opportunity to develop.
He didn't. Yeah. He didn't. But man, you're right. They would probably take that back, especially for old Paul George.
Yeah, but SGA was a good player at that time. He just wasn't what he is now because
he wasn't MVP SGA.
Of course not, because he didn't have a chance to be that yet. He was just getting in, just like Michael Jordan wasn't MVP Michael Jordan in his first season. But SGA, you could see it in him. The dude had the talent, and now he is what he is. And I'm sure they would rather have him over, Paul George, who they don't have anymore.
It's kind of like Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler had it in him in Chicago, but man, at the end of Chicago and going into like when he went to Minnesota, he was like, yo, this dude can really hoop. Like he really that dude. Yeah. And that he's kind of got that same trajectory.
Look at Giannis. Giannis became, at first he was just, you didn't know that he was going to be this great. So, I mean, it just happens. It just takes time.
Yeah. Well, what doesn't take time is for y'all to let us know how y'all feel. So we want to hear what y'all got to say. Who do you have coming out the East? Who do you have coming out the West? Who do you think's playing the best so far in the playoffs, man? So we want to hear from y'all. Continue to like, share, subscribe. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.